Good afternoon. It is my pleasure as principal of Bellefontaine High School to welcome you to the 134th commencement of Bellefontaine High School for the wonderful class of 2003. At this time, I would like to introduce those distinguished individuals on the stage with me this afternoon. First of all, Mr. Mike Bell, Superintendent of Bellefontaine City Schools, Mr. Keith Krieger, City Schools Treasurer, Ann Reams, President of the Board of Education. Joining them are also the other members of our fine Board of Education, Mrs. Brenda Sanford, Mr. Ben Stoller, Mr. Tom Simon, and Mr. Chris Hardesty. Also with us today is Mr. Wayne Stevenson, representing the Ohio High Point Career Center, Mrs. Bonnie Versell, Guidance Counselor, Mr. William Patterson, Associate Principal and Athletic Director. Actually, he's down there helping with the seniors. Mrs. Shelley Neese, Associate Principal. And last but certainly not least, Mrs. Mandy Rogers Broom, former student and BHS graduate, who will be our commencement speaker today. Would you now? Okay. Would you now please rise for the national anthem played by the Bellefontaine High School Band, and then remain standing for the processional, followed immediately by our school song. Please join the senior choir members as we sing the school song. The words are printed on the back of the commencement program. Mr. Card.
As I think back to the first day we all started high school, it's hard to believe how fast the years have flown by. We've shared so much together as a class, as friends, and as a family. We've grown together, been there for each other, and we've shared some awesome memories together. But now it's time for us all to spread our wings and follow our dreams. Some may say dreams are exactly that, dreams, and that they won't get you anywhere. However, I believe, and I think you would agree with me, that dreams are what keep most of us going. It's a goal. It's what we strive for. Without dreams, where are we supposed to go in life? Me personally, I've always been a dreamer, and I will continue to be one. There are always people knocking me down for dreaming, and yeah, it hurts. It would hurt anyone when something you want in life and care about is shut down. Just remember, it's your dreams, not theirs. It's what will make you as an individual happy. Always dream big and stick up for what you believe in. If you've never done that before, I encourage you to start now. You're starting a new chapter in your life, so what a better time to do it than now. I feel so honored and blessed to be part of this class. You are all beautiful young people inside and out. We've made each other stronger, we've encouraged each other to do our best, and most of all, we've cared about one another. I know we will leave this ceremony with our heads held high, and we all know that many will try to tell us to stay inside the lines, which we've all experienced this year, but we also know that there's something better on the other side. Thank you and congratulations to the class of 2003.
They It is my pleasure to introduce you to those members of the graduating class of 2003 who have been recognized by local organizations through the awarding of local scholarships and special awards. Before I begin, the Bellefontaine High School administration, faculty, staff, and graduating class would like to take this opportunity to express our appreciation to the many clubs, organizations, institutions, and individuals who have worked so hard to make these scholarships possible. Their efforts certainly exhibit the pride and enthusiasm that the Bellefontaine community has for its school system. The awards, which were presented Thursday at a special ceremony and that are being recognized today, total $104,950. To those members of the class being recognized, when you hear your name called, would you please stand and remain standing until all of your information has been read. For the purpose of time constraints, we ask that those in the audience please hold your applause until all the award winners have been introduced. Matthew Thomas Armstrong, son of William and Julia Armstrong, Bellefontaine City Schools Board of Education Scholarship for $1,000 to be used at the University of Cincinnati in Cincinnati, Ohio. Cassandra Marie Bailey, daughter of Cindy Bailey, Bellefontaine High School DECA Scholarship for $500 to be used at the University of Northwestern Ohio in Lima, Ohio. Megan Lynn Ball, daughter of Greg and Joyce Ball, Bellefontaine Education Association Paula Hunter Memorial Scholarship for $1,000 to be used at Ohio University in Athens, Ohio. Katie Nicole Bartlett, daughter of Jeff and Brenda Bartlett, Bellefontaine City Schools Board of Education Scholarship for $1,000 to be used at the University of Toledo in Toledo, Ohio. Mary Ann Brown, daughter of Steve and Ann Brown, A.E. Knowlton Foundation OSU Scholarship for $1,000, Logan County Co-op OSU Scholarship for $500, Sam Walton Community Scholarship for Walmart Store 1264 for $1,000 to be used at The Ohio State University in Columbus, Ohio. Courtney Ann Carnes, daughter of Gary and Marilyn Carnes, Logan County Farm Bureau Scholarship for $750, James Forsyth Milroy Scholarship for $3,000 renewable to be used at the University of Findlay in Findlay, Ohio. Andrew David Chrisman, son of David and Marcia Chrisman, Bellefontaine Firefighters Association Scholarship for $500 to be used at ITT Technical Institute in Dayton, Ohio. Cora Elizabeth Day, daughter of Robert and Deborah Day, the Chris Black Memorial Scholarship for $500, and the Wayne and Pearl Lawrence Memorial Scholarship for $1,000 to be used at the Ohio State University in Columbus, Ohio. Jeffrey J. DeNovo, son of Mike and Kathy DeNovo and Daryl Alexander, the Ryan Reynolds Memorial Scholarship for $500 to be used at Notre Dame College in Cleveland, Ohio. Jason Albert Dion, son of Joseph and Jerry Dion, the Bellefontaine City Schools Board of Education Scholarship for $1,000 and the Ohio Association of Public Schools School Employees Scholarship for $300 to be used at Bowling Green State University in Bowling Green, Ohio. Stephanie Lynn Erickson, daughter of Victoria Petty and Scott Erickson, the Richard and Eveline Neff Memorial Scholarship for $1,000 to be used at Bowling Green State University in Bowling Green, Ohio. Alexander Richard Faust, son of Russ and Mary Faust, the Bellefontaine Firefighters Association Scholarship for $500, the Alan Winter Memorial Scholarship for $350 to be used at Sinclair Community College in Dayton, Ohio. Jesse Howard Fulton, son of Rob and Janet Fulton, the Wayne and Pearl Lawrence Memorial Scholarship for $1,000 to be used at Ohio University in Athens, Ohio. Kirk Lewis Gianola, son of Frank and Mary Gianola, Bellefontaine High School Class of 1962 Scholarship for $400 to be used at Purdue University in West Lafayette, Indiana. Justin Paul Gildow, son of Gail and Jean Gildow, the Susie Parker Memorial Scholarship for $1,250, a Bellefontaine Rotary Club Scholarship for $1,000 to be used at Cedarville University in Cedarville, Ohio. Megan Elizabeth Green, daughter of David and Christine Green, the Marie B. Somerton Memorial Scholarship for $1,000, the Voiture 59 Nursing Scholarship for $500 to be used at the Community Hospital School of Nursing in Springfield, Ohio. Patrick M. Hagerden, son of Michael and Kay Hagerden, the Effie Patterson Board of Education Scholarship for $1,000 to be used at the University of Toledo in Toledo, Ohio. Lance Andrew Kelly, son of Brent and Lisa Beal and Randy and Linda Kelly, Bellefontaine High School Key Club Scholarship for $750, the Logan County Co-op Net Express Scholarship for $500, the Transportation Research Center Scholarship for $1,000 renewable to be used at the University of Cincinnati in Cincinnati, Ohio. Eric Scott Ling, son of Ben and Eva Ling, the Mary Eleanor Morris Columbus Foundation Scholarship for $1,000 renewable to be used at Kent State University in Kent, Ohio. Catherine Jo Longenecker, daughter of Randall and Marla Longenecker, the Jackie Kellogg Scholarship for $500 to be used at Miami University in Oxford, Ohio. Mackenzie Lee Mathis, daughter of Zane and Kathy Mathis, the James Stolley Memorial Scholarship for $500 to be used at Miami University in Oxford, Ohio. John Andrews Matt, son of Bart and Bonnie Pattison and Andy and Marcia Matt, the Dr. Earl Sloan Business Scholarship for $1,000 renewable to be used at the Ohio State University in Columbus, Ohio. Scott Michael Mays, son of Michael and Carol Mays, Bellefontaine Firefighters Association Scholarship for $500, a Bellefontaine High School Key Club Scholarship for $750 to be used at the University of Cincinnati in Cincinnati, Ohio. Chelsea Christine McGinnis, daughter of Colin and Rosie McGinnis, the Bellefontaine High School Key Club Scholarship for $750 to be used at the University of Toledo in Toledo, Ohio. Trevor Scott McGlone, son of Tim and Connie McGlone, a Logan County Co-op Scholarship for $600 to be used at Miami University in Oxford, Ohio. Jesse Logan Meek, son of Frederick and Kimberly Meek, the Bellefontaine Exchange Club Scholarship for $1,000 to be used at Ohio Northern University in Ada, Ohio. Jolise Irene Messner, daughter of Joe and Angie Messner, the American Legion Harold Kerr Post 173 Scholarship for $1,000, and the Robert L. and Helen E. Ginn Memorial Scholarship for $700 to be used at Bowling Green State University in Bowling Green, Ohio. Christine Danielle Miller, daughter of Ken and Doris Miller, the Bellefontaine City Schools Board of Education Scholarship for $1,000 to be used at Goshen College in Goshen, Indiana. Keely Lane Miller, daughter of Dale and Jean Miller, the Don Harris Memorial Scholarship for $500 to be used at Bowling Green State University in Bowling Green, Ohio. Stacy Elizabeth Moyer, daughter of Jeff and Cindy Moyer, the Don Harris Memorial Scholarship for $500, and the Logan County Co-op Scholarship for $500 to be used at Otterbein College in Westerville, Ohio. Robert Michael Navarre, son of Larry and Tammy Navarre, the Ohio Association of Public School Employees Scholarship for $300 to be used at Urbana University in Urbana, Ohio. Jeremy Stephen Price, son of Steve and Robin Price, the Bellefontaine Education Association Ronald E. Stewart Memorial Scholarship for $1,000 to be used at the University of St. Francis in Fort Wayne, Indiana. Ryan Douglas Rhodes, son of Kevin and Janice Rhodes, the Dutch Wilde Memorial BHS Athletic Booster Scholarship for $1,000 to be used at Ohio University in Athens, Ohio. Brian Matthew Ropp, son of Jerry and Terry Ropp, the Fraternal Order of Police No. 60 Scholarship for $500, Bellefontaine High School Key Club Scholarship for $750, the Bellefontaine Education Association Ronald E. Stewart Memorial Scholarship for $1,000 to be used at Ashland University in Ashland, Ohio. Trinity Jolene Rufus, daughter of Jack and Kathy Rufus, the Warren Jackson Memorial Scholarship for $1,500 to be used at Wittenberg University in Springfield, Ohio. Kylene Marie Sanford, daughter of Jim and Brenda Sanford, the Mary Eleanor Morris Columbus Foundation Scholarship for $1,000 renewable, Bellefontaine High School Key Club Scholarship for $750, the Susie Parker Memorial Scholarship for $1,250 to be used at Miami University in Oxford, Ohio. Lance Michael Schmidt, son of Sandy McDonald and Randy Schmidt, the Monica Simpson Memorial Scholarship for $500 to be used at Wright State University in Dayton, Ohio. Kevin Allen Shields, son of Gary and Susan Shields, First Lutheran Church Christian Higher Education Fund Scholarship for $1,000 and the Logan County Solid Waste Scholarship for $2,000 to be used at Valparaiso University in Valparaiso, Indiana. Drew Zachary Sprouse, son of Randall and Roxanne Sprouse, the John Geese Memorial Honda Transmission Manufacturing Scholarship for $2,500 renewable, AAA Scholarship for $500, and the Ohio Association of Public School Employees Scholarship for $300 to be used at The Ohio State University in Columbus, Ohio. Susanna Strayer, daughter of Russell and Joan Strayer, the Bellefontaine Exchange Club Scholarship for $1,000 to be used at Bowling Green State University in Bowling Green, Ohio. Nancy Marie Striegau, daughter of Scott and Rachel Striegau, Bellefontaine City Schools Board of Education Scholarship for $1,000 to be used at The Ohio State University in Columbus, Ohio. Meredith Lane Thomas, daughter of Mark and Polly Thomas, the Bethel Mennonite Church Scholarship for $3,000 renewable to be used at Heston College in Heston, Kansas. Alicia Sue Thornburg, daughter of Sheila Thornburg, the American Legion Auxiliary of the Harold Kerr Post 173 Scholarship for $500, Fraternal Order of Eagle Scholarship for $500, the Elks 132 Memorial Scholarship for $1,000, the Bellefontaine City Schools Pepsi Leadership Scholarship for $1,000, and the Big 33 Sprint Scholarship for $500 to be used at the University of Cincinnati in Cincinnati, Ohio. Shelby Marie Vermillion, daughter of Steve and Deborah Vermillion, the American Legion Harold Kerr Post 173 Scholarship for $1,000, and the T.P. Lane Scholarship for $500 to be used at Ohio University in Athens, Ohio. Lindsay Nicole Vito, daughter of Lou and Judy Vito, Bellefontaine High School Key Club Scholarship for $750 to be used at John Carroll University in Cleveland, Ohio. Andrea Jo Watt, daughter of Steve and Paula Norval, the VFW Bob Ashcraft Bill Brown Memorial Scholarship for $500 to be used at Clark State Community College in Springfield, Ohio. Jessica Lee Wilcoxon, daughter of Marvin and Peg Wilcoxon, the Noble McFarland Memorial Scholarship for $1,300 to be used at Miami University in Oxford, Ohio. Sarah Ann Wilkins, daughter of Kurt Wilkins and Jean Wilkins, the Kiwanis Club of Bellefontaine Scholarship for $1,000, the Mary Eleanor Morris Columbus Foundation Scholarship for $1,000 renewable, the Bellefontaine Rotary Club Scholarship for $1,000 to be used at The Ohio State University in Columbus, Ohio. April Lynn Wolf, daughter of Philip and Rebecca Wolf, the Noble McFarland Memorial Scholarship for $1,300, and the Dutch Wilde Memorial BHS Athletic Booster Scholarship for $1,000 to be used at Shawnee State University in Portsmouth, Ohio. Next, we would like to take this opportunity to recognize those members of the class of 2003 who will be entering the United States military upon graduation. Again, please stand when your name is read, and please hold your applause until I have read all the names. David Lee Butler, son of Frank Butler and Phyllis Spencer, the United States Army. Cora Elizabeth Day, daughter of Robert and Deborah Day, United States Air Force, ROTC. Philip Edward Hoyt, son of Charles and Karen Hoyt, United States Air Force, ROTC. Justin Lamar Neal, son of Jeanette Sanders, and he has already reported, the United States Army. Kimberly Ann Sampley, daughter of Bill and Don Sampley and Teresa Johnston, United States Air Force. Colt Michael Vanover, son of Mike and Jill Vanover, United States Army. One final non-monetary award. Every year, one female and one male student, each from the senior and freshman classes, are selected to receive the Harold Kerr Post 173 of the American Legion Citizenship Award. These awards are based on leadership, the ability to get along, creativity, and skillfulness in the art of diploma. The senior winners, who were selected by a vote of their classmates, were announced at the award ceremony last Thursday, and they are Katie Nicole Bartlett, daughter of Jeff and Brenda Bartlett, and Jesse Logan Meek, son of Frederick and Kimberly Meek. Finally, I would like to announce the winners from the freshman class, also selected by a vote of their classmates, and I ask that they come up to receive their award at this time. Amy Lynn Moyer, daughter of Lyle and Sally Moyer, and Jameson Gilbert Ritter, son of Scott and Renetta Ritter.
And they didn't know ahead. That was a secret. Members of the Board of Education, Mrs. Broom, Mr. Bell, fellow administrators, members of the faculty, honored guests, parents, and members of the graduating class. I'm very pleased at this time to present to you the top 11 students of the class of 2003. The top 11 students are also our valedictorians, who have maintained a perfect 4.0 grade point average throughout the past 4 years. These students have worked very hard during these last years to attain a high degree of academic excellence. They are to be commended for their persistence of such an important goal. You as parents are to be commended for your constant efforts in instilling scholarship in the lives of these fine adults. We know that they will be successful. All these students have taken the difficult path to get through school. We at Bellefontaine High School are very proud of these young people and of the contributions they make to both our school and to our community. Ladies and gentlemen, the top 11 students of the class of 2003. You are please asked to hold your applause until all have been recognized and have received their certificates and trophies. They are, in alphabetical order, Katie Nicole Bartlett, daughter of Jeff and Brenda Bartlett. If you kind of go around me here, it's kind of crowded up here, they'll give it to you over there. Have to change things a little bit since we're inside. Next is Andrew David Chrisman, son of David and Marcia Chrisman. Sarah Suzanne Ellis, daughter of Patrick and Deborah Ellis. Jesse Howard Fulton, son of Robert and Janet Fulton. Patrick M. Hegarden, son of Michael and Kay Hegarden. Catherine Jo Longenecker, daughter of Randall and Marla Longenecker. Jesse Logan Meek, son of Frederick and Kimberly Meek. Christine Danelle Miller, daughter of Ken and Doris Miller. Stacy Elizabeth Moyer, daughter of Jeff and Cindy Moyer. Kylene Marie Sanford, daughter of Jim and Brenda Sanford. Yeah, that's fine. Sorry, I'll type instead. Nancy Marie Striegau, daughter of Scott and Rachel Striegau. Ladies and gentlemen, these are our valedictorians of the class of 2003. Thank you very much. It's my pleasure at this time to introduce Mr. Mike Bell, Superintendent of Schools.
Honored graduates, platform guests, faculty, family, and friends, a number of years ago, we started the practice of honoring Bellefontaine graduates as our commencement speakers. Mandy Rogers Brooms graduated from Bellefontaine High School in 1996, and may I add, it was the last time that we had graduation inside. And attended Purdue University, majoring in aerospace engineering. Mandy began co-opting at NASA Johnson Space Center in January of 1998, where she spent every other semester working in different areas of the Space Center, including flight control, advanced mission design, and crew training. In the spring of 2000, Mrs. Broom transferred to the University of Houston, where she received her bachelor's degree of science in mathematics. Mandy took a full-time position with NASA in August of 2001 and was assigned to train the STS-113 crew for the flight of November of 2002. She is currently working part-time in space flight training and enjoying parenthood with her husband Joey, an aerospace engineer, with their new daughter Emily Louise, who was born January 10th of this year. Mandy is the daughter of Ken and Krista Rogers of rural Bellefontaine. It is my pleasure to introduce to you Mandy Rogers Broom.
Thank you, Mr. Bell. Good afternoon, graduates. Good afternoon, family and friends. And good afternoon to the band. Yes, I sat back there in the band for 3 years, and no one ever talks to the band, so I just wanted to say hello back there. And congratulations to the class of 2003. Woo. Now I talked to Lish, and Lish tells me that you're quite an outspoken class. Is that true? Okay, great. Then we're going to get along just fine then today. First, just let me thank you for inviting me to come speak with you today. I am so excited to be here. And as a matter of fact, when I received the message from Mr. Welsheimer asking me to come speak today, I had to play it back a couple times just to make sure I heard him right. Mr. Welsheimer also told me to keep this around 10 to 15 minutes long. Those of you who know me know what a challenge that's going to be for me, but we'll see what we can do. I also kind of owe you an apology because I can't help but think that I played some kind of role in the weather today. Sorry about that. I want to spend this brief time that I have with you today talking about some things that I've learned along the way that have helped me get to where I am today, training astronauts at NASA. I figure that if I can fill you in on some things that I've learned, then I can save you the trouble of having to figure it out for yourselves. Now, I've been sitting up here on the stage telling myself, Self, you don't need to be nervous about speaking in front of all of these people. You're an instructor. That's what you do, right? Right. So I was thinking what would help me out is if for the next 10 or 15 minutes, I could just pretend that you're all astronauts. Then I'll feel a little more at home up here. Okay. I got to thinking about it some more, and I realized that this really is a lot like a crew lesson. In both cases, I have a very small amount of your very valuable time in order to teach you something that you can use as a tool to go out there and do a good job. I have one main objective for you to take away from our time together today, and that is keep yourself headed in the direction you want to go, and there's more than one way to get there. Say it with me. Keep yourself headed in the direction you want to go, and there's more than one way to get there. Great. Okay. This was a piece of advice that was given to me by some very wise friends of mine during college. It sounds simple at first, but the more I live, the more I realize how true and how important it is. And you're probably thinking, that's great, Mandy, but what do you mean? How do I do that? Well, first of all, I want you to have a dream. Have a vision of where you see yourself down the road, 2, 5, 10 years from now. That's your direction. Okay? Even NASA has a vision. Our vision is to improve life here, to extend life to there, to find life beyond. Here, there, beyond. I want you to keep these words in the back of your mind. Do the things that you have to do here and now. Set goals for yourself in the short term. These are the steps that you need to take in order to get there. Always keep looking beyond. Keep looking in the direction that you want to go. Have a dream and a vision for yourself. That's the first thing I want you to do. Next, I want you to go after it. Go after it. Seems like great advice, right? Well, let's talk about how to do that. There are two parts that I want you to remember about this. One, keeping yourself headed in the direction you want to go means that you're not always going to be able to do the easiest or most comfortable thing. And two, don't get discouraged. It doesn't matter what your passion is or how far out of reach it seems. Get out there and go after it. You're going to do what? Go after it. Right. I want to tell you a story about a little 8-year-old girl sitting in her second grade class at Pine Avenue. The year was 1986. The principal was Mike Bell. And the entire second grade class was huddled around a little TV that Miss Miller had pulled up to the front of the room so that all of us could watch America's first teacher lift off into outer space. Though tragedy struck everyone's heart that day as the Challenger exploded minutes away from the launch pad, it also inspired a little 8-year-old girl. I wanted to be an astronaut. I wanted to work for NASA and be part of this exploration and discovery. Do you know what people think when you tell them you want to be an astronaut when you grow up? They're probably thinking, yeah, good luck with that. I even had people tell me that there were more important things in life. Not to me. I'd say, I'm going to work for NASA. People would either just smile and nod as if to say, yeah, sure you are. Or they would say, whoa, NASA, like it was this huge, unattainable thing. Now, I'm not talking about the people who knew me and cared about me and believed in me, but you are going to run into some of that along the way. I still get those kind of reactions when I tell people what I do today. A couple of years ago, I was on a flight from Atlanta to Houston, and the man sitting beside me asked me what I do, and I said, I train astronauts. And he said, sure you do. I said, no, really, I do. So the odds were against me just interviewing for my co-op job at NASA. The man who hired me interviewed over 40 people in the 2 days that he was at Purdue. The minimum required GPA to interview was a 3.0. You know what I had? I had a 3.1. Okay? I know for a fact that most of those other 40 students that interviewed that day had a much higher GPA than I did. I wanted it badly enough that I still got the job. Don't get discouraged. I understand. Sometimes it's easy to get discouraged when things don't go your way. What happens when you have setbacks? For example, what happens when Columbia breaks apart on reentry, taking the lives of 7 of your colleagues and friends? Yes, that's pretty discouraging. But you pick up the pieces. You learn from what went wrong so you can prevent it from happening again, and you go on. You have to. We have to go on to honor the lives of the Columbia crew members and the amazing things that they've accomplished. What helps me to get past the Columbia accident is knowing that somewhere out there there's another little second grader that's inspired to go on and be a part of the space program someday. Okay. We were talking about going after your dreams, and remember I said that keeping yourself headed in the direction you want to go means you're not always going to be able to do the easiest or most comfortable thing. My dream led me to Houston, Texas. Yeehaw! Now, this is going to sound really funny, but all the while I was dreaming of working for NASA, it never occurred to me that I would have to move far away. It's really hard for me to be living in Houston, so far away from my family and the small town lifestyle I was used to here in Bellefontaine. I remember dropping Dad off at the airport when I moved down to Houston for my very first co-op tour. I was 19 years old. I was a mess. I was thinking to myself, I'm in Houston by myself, and I have to get in my Ford Ranger and drive back down that 12-lane highway. What am I doing here? So keeping yourself headed in the direction you want to go means you can't always do the easiest or most comfortable thing. I remember sitting out there during my graduation, like right about over there, tears running down my face because I didn't want things to change. Sometimes change is uncomfortable, but things have to change in order for us to grow. What I've learned since high school is that the hardest kind of change is self-initiated change, when you have to make the decision to change, and especially when that decision is going to make you uncomfortable. There are going to be big decisions in your life along the way, and those choices are either going to keep you headed in the direction you want to go or not. Here's an important piece of advice to keep in mind when you're making those decisions. Don't let what you want now get in the way of what you want most. Now, I wish I could be there to help you through all of those tough decisions, but unfortunately, I can't. But guess who can? All of the people who love you, your family and friends who are here today supporting you and who are so proud of you. And now, parents, only being a parent for 5 months myself, I can't really stand up here and give you advice on how to raise your children. Obviously, you've been doing an excellent job so far. Otherwise, you wouldn't be here celebrating this wonderful accomplishment for your family today. All I can do is tell you how big a part my own parents played in helping me stay headed in the direction that I wanted to go. Besides all the hard work, encouragement, comfort, and support that they've provided me, the one thing that my parents did that I appreciate the most is that they loved me and they believed in me unconditionally. They helped me through those tough decisions. And when we didn't see eye to eye, they were still there for me. And I've heard as a parent, you're obligated to give your child two very important things, roots and wings. You've given them roots. And you have to trust in those roots, that while you cannot be there right beside them, as they're faced with these daily decisions that are going to dictate the people that they will become, the roots that you have given them will help them grow in the right direction. Now is the time to give them their wings. You'll be amazed at how high they will soar. Now, I've been very blessed in my life, and I've been presented with great opportunities along the way. I believe that's because I kept myself headed in the direction I wanted to go. I wanted to work for NASA, so I went to college at Purdue. That's where most of the astronauts who were not military graduated from. What you'll find in life is that what works for someone else, or 25 other astronauts in my case, isn't necessarily going to work for you. Yes, you have to keep yourself headed in the direction you want to go, but you also have to be happy with the path that you're traveling. My mom and dad always reminded me, be a leader, not a follower. This is important. You don't need to follow in anyone's footsteps. You go out there and pave your own way. There's not a paved road in front of you directing your dream. Remember that. And the most important part of my message today, and probably the most valuable lesson that I've learned since high school, is that there's more than one way to get there. I know from personal experience there's more than one way to get there. I started college at Purdue University. I was majoring in aerospace engineering, and I was there almost 3.5 years. I was co-oping at NASA during this time, and I learned from my work experience that engineering wasn't really the best fit for me. Some other things changed in my personal life, and I just wasn't happy with the path I was traveling, so I chose an alternate route. I shared my concerns with my boss at NASA. He suggested I try out training, as it was much more people-oriented and kind of what I was looking for. So I tried training, and I fell in love with it. I learned I didn't have to have an engineering degree to work there. So I switched my major to math, which I also love, and which is why I went into engineering in the first place. No longer needing to attend the #1 school in aerospace engineering, I transferred to the University of Houston. This allowed me to continue working at NASA while I was finishing up my degree, which helped me to get hired full-time, as I was able to keep all of my lesson certifications I had already earned. This turned out to be a great advantage for me, getting hired full-time. So that just goes to show you that there's more than one way to get there. I have one more funny story to share with you that also proves this point. Do you know that NASA selects a new class of astronauts every other year? They receive over 20,000 applications. They pick a class of about 15. Okay? So as you can imagine, the selection process is, well, pretty selective. Just getting an interview is a big deal, as only about 200 people even get interviewed. I've spoken with several crew members about their interviews, asking them, what do they ask you? I mean, how do you find out if someone's qualified to be a space cadet? And one individual crew member I spoke to said during his interview, they asked him, and now keep in mind he was a former Navy SEAL, but they asked him, why should we choose you over all of these other qualified applicants? What's the one thing that you can do better than anyone else? You know what he said? kill someone with my bare hands. I talked to another astronaut, and during his interview, he was asked, if you could be any other animal in the world, what would you be and why? He said, a dolphin, because they're really smart and they always look like they're having a lot of fun. So you've got Flipper on one hand and Rambo on the other, and both are very accomplished members of the astronaut corps. And that goes to show you again, there's more than one way to get there. Are you still with me? Good. Now, I've shared a lot of stories with you today that relate to the main message that I wanted you to take away. Just to be sure we don't forget the important stuff. First of all, I want you to remember to keep yourself headed in the direction you want to go. How are you going to do that? These are the things I want you to do when you leave here today. Remember, you're going to have a dream, have a vision for yourself. Next, you're going to go after it. And while you're going after it, you're not going to get discouraged. And you're going to remember that you're not always going to be able to choose the easiest or the most comfortable thing. And finally, I want you to remember that there's more than one way to get where you want to go. Go out there and pave your own way. Do all of these things, and you'll be up here someday sharing your story. Thank you again for inviting me to come talk with you today. I've really enjoyed it, and I hope you have too. I wish you the best of everything as you leave BHS and head in the direction you want to go. Thank you.
Thank you, Mandy. It was wonderful. Somehow I knew you'd be back. At this time, I would like to thank the many members of the high school staff, Ms. Saul, and members of the National Honor Society for their help in preparation for our commencement today. I would also like to point out that many of our graduates are wearing an extra white stole today. I'm pleased to announce that these are being worn by the senior members of the National Honor Society who've completed a community service requirement. The Bellefontaine community is so very good to us, and we would like to continue to do service and give back to the community in return. I would also like to thank both George Welsheimer and Melanie Lehman, who are the senior class advisors, for their help today. They're both wonderful. It is now my pleasure to introduce Mrs. Ann Reams, President of the Board of Education.
3 minutes and we'll award your diplomas to you. The Bellefontaine City School Board of Education welcome the graduates, parents, and families, faculty, administration, and guests. I would like to share a real short story with you called When Children Learn. When children learn that happiness is not found in what a person has, but in who that person is, when they learn that giving and forgiving are more rewarding than taking and avenging, when they learn that suffering is not eased by self-pity, but overcome by inner resolve and spiritual strength, when they learn that they can't control the world around them, but they are the masters of their own souls, when they learn that relationships will prosper if they value friendship over ego, compromise over pride, and listening over advising, when they learn not to hate a person whose difference they fear, but to fear that kind of hate, when they learn that there is pleasure in the power of lifting others up, not in pseudo-power of pushing them down, when they learn that praise from others is flattering but meaningless if it is not matched by self-respect, when they learn that the value of a life is best measured not by the years spent accumulating possessions, but by those moments spent giving of oneself, sharing wisdom, inspiring hope, wiping tears, and touching hearts, when they learn that a person's beauty is not seen with the eyes but with the heart, and that even though time and hardships may ravage one's outer shell, that they enhance one's character and perspective, when they live to withhold judgment of people, knowing everyone is blessed with good and bad qualities, and that the emergence of either often depends on the help given or the hurt inflicted by others, when they learn that every person has been given the gift of unique self, and the purpose of life is to share the very best of that gift with the world, when children learn these ideals and how to practice them in the art of good living, they will no longer be children. They will be blessings to those who know them and worthy models for all the world. You, the graduates, are blessings to all of us and truly worthy models for the world. God bless.
As principal of Bellefontaine High School, I am tremendously proud to present to attending educators, to the community, parents, attending friends and relatives, the seniors who will receive their diplomas. I hereby certify that all present sitting here before me have met all local and state standards for graduation from Bellefontaine High School. This accomplishment represents more than the 4 years at the high school. It represents the efforts of many teachers over more than a 12-year period. We certainly want to congratulate both the students for their dedication and their parents for serving as their guide. Today represents a major milestone in their lives. It is a time to get on with life, and it is a time for these young people to proceed to their destinies. Ladies and gentlemen, these are the 2003 graduates of Bellefontaine High School. Will the members of the class please prepare to receive your diplomas? In order that all names can be heard and so that all students may receive their diplomas with dignity deserved, it is requested that you refrain from applause till all have received their diplomas. Alicia Sue Thornburg. Katie Nicole Bartlett. Andrew David Chrisman. Sarah Suzanne Ellis. Jesse Howard Fulton. Patrick M. Hegarden. Catherine Joe Longenecker. Jesse Logan Meek. Christine Danelle Miller. Stacy Elizabeth Moyer. Eileen Marie Sanford. Nancy Marie Strigow. Adam Alamar. Jennifer Christine Allen. Matthew Thomas Armstrong. Cassandra Marie Bailey. James Dennis Ball. Megan Lynn Ball. Stacy Ann Basil. Amy Jo Bear. April Dawn Blosser. Crystal D. Bodenmiller. Adam Michael Brannon. Lucas A. Brenneman. Mary Ann Brown. Robert Joe Burkhammer II. David Lee Butler. Anthony Lewis Bird. Christian Alexander Cantor. Julius Britton Cantor. Courtney Ann Carnes. Jeffrey W. Carruthers. Nicole Adelia Caskey. Travis Lance Clare. Billy Jean Clifford. Mindy Marie Klein. Christopher Thomas Coe. Amber Marie Cook. Stephanie Aaron Cooper. Sean Nathaniel Core. Sarah C. Craig. Colt G. Crapnell. Ashley Rose Dawson. Cora Elizabeth Day. Nicole Marie Deere. Jennifer K. Dickinson. Jeffrey J. DeNovo. Jason Albert Dion. Jessica Elizabeth Dipple. Sean D. Drake. Tanya Nicole Dunlevy. Jennifer Lynn Elder. Stephanie Lynn Erickson. Andrew Blair Esch. Casey Nicole Farrington. April A. Filkins. Jonathan Cole Forrest. Josh M. Folk. Alexander Richard Faust. Caitlin Noel Franklin. Kyle David Fromm. Claire Nicole Fulkerson. Misha Eva Gerholt. Kirk Lewis Gianola. Justin Paul Gildow. Albino Granados. Melinda Sue Graver. Megan Elizabeth Green. Miranda Ann Green. Marissa Page Gervitz. Nathaniel Allen Hall. Dustin Craig Hammond. Jamie Lynn Hammond. Wade T. Hannon. Justin J. Harbor. Tara Joanne Harless. Lindsay Elise Hauk. Stephanie Brooke Hawkins. Allie Nicole Hennison. Sharon R. Hearn. Jessica Lynn Hill. Bruce E. Holycross. Heather Nicole Hone. Philip Edward Hoyt. Ashley Renee Huffman. Charity Nicole Huffman. Daniel J. Huffman. Jennifer May Huffman. Neri Michael Jarvis. Christopher M. Jenkins. Anthony Tyrone Johnson. Ashley Christine Johnson. Cale Gregory Johnson. Dante Maurice Johnson. Casey Sue Johnson. Kimberly Sue Jones. Carissa Ann Keene. Christopher Dwayne Kelly. Lance Andrew Kelly. Aisha Suzanne Kensler. Bobby Lynn Kearns. Brandon Richard Kerrigan. Brandon Nathaniel Klein. April Marie Knotts. Gregory Matthew Krieger. Lee Michelson Laddig. John Daniel Lamb. Brandy Ann Laszlo. Eric Scott Ling. Kyle Andrew Lyons. Melissa Ann Macaluso. It may have been her brother. Jennifer Ann Meyer. Ron D. Malone. Dustin Matthias Manor. Lindsay Ann Marker. Mackenzie Lee Mathis. John Andrews Matt. Scott Michael Mays. Chelsea Christine McGinnis. Trevor Scott McGlone. David Richard McGuire. Lori Ann McIntyre. Joshua Williams McWade. Sasha Leanne Melton. Stacy Lynette Melvin. Jolise Irene Messner. Andrea Sarah Miller. Jacqueline D. Miller. Keely Lane Miller. Melanie N. Miller. Chad Allen Millis. Catherine Marie Miranda. Sarah Christian Marie Mitchell. Michelle Ann Modi. Keith J. Mongold II. Damian Paul Moore. Alexis Nicole Morris. Megan Kyle Morris. Amanda Michelle Morrison. Joshua Joseph Muter. Robert Michael Navarre. Cassandra Lee Nelson. Kirby O. Newkirk, Jr. Sean A. Newman. Shane Allen Palmer. Vyamish Narendra Patel. Kyle Brian Poole. Mary Elizabeth Poole. Cameron G. Portwood. Anthony Wayne Predmore. Ashley K. Predmore. Heather Leanne Predmore. Brittany Gail Price. Jeremy Stephen Price. Sheena Ann Price. Dominic Aaron Purnell. Brandon J. Ray. Candy Yvonne Reams. Denise LaShawn Reed. Jordan Philip Reeser. Ryan Douglas Rhodes. Amanda Lynn Ricketts. Ricky Lee Ricketts. William Conway Roberts. Thomas David Rogan. Barbara Michelle Rogers. Brian Matthew Ropp. Trinity Jolene Rufus. Adam Michael Runkle. Andrea Nicole Russell. Nicholas Allen Russell. Heather Marlene Rutherford. Kimberly Ann Sampley. Lance Michael Schmidt. Tyler Adam Schaefer. Trista Danelle Shelton. Kevin Allen Shields. Trey Matthew Shropshire. Anthony Wayne Smith, Jr. Mandy Marie South. Drew Zachary Sprouse. Rachel Elizabeth Stamford. Christopher Douglas Steffen. Curtis Wayne Stevens. Susanna Strayer. Brooke Meredith Stump. Kimberly Lynn Marie Somerton. Jessica Ann Swearingen. Eric Michael Taylor. Jason Dean Taylor. Meredith Lane Thomas. Beth Ann Trout. Lindsay K. Vanderost. Colt Michael Vanover. Shelby Marie Vermillion. Lindsay Nicole Vito. Nicholas Scott Wallace. Andrea Jo Watt. Cody Lee Watts. Tiara Ann Wetzel. Jessica Lee Wilcoxon. Sarah Ann Wilkins. Jeremy Williams. Jennifer Lee Wilson. Robert Matthew Wilson. April Lynn Wolf. Jennifer Lynn Zoller Wood. Allison Chie Woods. Joni Michelle Woods. Jennifer Renee Young. Robert R. Zedeker. Tara Nicole Zell. Seniors, we join your relatives and many other friends in wishing you unending success and happiness. In closing, I offer just a few words of good advice. Take time to work. It is the price of success. Take time to think. It is truly the source of power. Take time to play. It is the secret of perpetual youth. Take time to read. It is the fountain of knowledge. Take time to be friendly because it truly is the road to happiness. Take time to laugh. It's music for your soul. Take time to dream. It's the road to a greater vision. Take time to give. Your days are far too short to be selfish. Take time to love and be loved. Whether you believe it or not, your family will always be your best support. Don't forget them and don't leave them out. Now, it's the time that everyone here has been waiting for. Will the class of 2003 please rise? Seniors, you may now turn your tassels And ladies and gentlemen, we proudly present Bellefontaine High School's most recent alumni.